In this video, we will talk about how Robinhood will reach $200 in stock price. This is for Robinhood investors. Get ready. Or this is for people that not invested yet. We will talk about the earnings. We will talk about the revenue and expansion into different countries. We will talk about the stock chart. We will talk about which trades you can take before the market opens. All of that will be shared today. Hood to 200. And first of all, if you don't know me, my name is Danny. You should subscribe me and ring the bell because I look for hyper growth opportunities. I invested into Tesla when it was a $18 stock and now it's a $500 stock, right? I just checked my I checked my channel. And you can see here that I talked about 3 years ago about Robinhood, about the best IPOs that come to the market and so on and so forth. So long time, make sure to subscribe and like this video. But let's dive first into, let me make this a little bit small. Is it possible to make that smaller? Yeah, whatever. So first of all, I would love to show you guys, Robinhood had like a huge, amazing run. Okay, both sides. Think about it. Okay, we started the IPO in maybe the worst possible time. Okay, when the bear market started, we started the IPO of Hood, and since then we lost about 90% of the value and then recovered all back. How is that possible, right? And this is very simple. This is possible with growth, right? So if you look into the last earnings, which was released yesterday evening, you can see the EPS, the earnings per share, was more than double, guys. This is insane. This is why the stock is up 13-14% right now. And I think this is just the beginning. I believe that Hood can have a run right now, same like Upstart did, okay? I think that it can have the same run, but this is more importantly, like Palantir did, okay? Palantir after earnings did this. All right, so they had earnings, they were at 80, now they're at 120, okay? Just in the last 5 days, they gained 16%, 1 month they gained 80%. So I think something like this can be possible because think about it, the PE ratio of Palantir is currently very, very high, okay? Palantir has a 600 plus PE. And if you look into Hood, then Hood is much more attractive, okay? Hood just has a PE ratio of 35. And even if you compare it to other meme stocks, for example, Tesla, right? Tesla has a PE ratio of 165. Nvidia will be even more expensive, I think, compared to Hood. So Nvidia, which has similar growth, but has already a PE of 51. So I think Robinhood is pretty cheap right now, okay? I believe they are pretty cheap right now. That's why I think they are already up that much in pre-market, and I think they will just keep on running. So I will look for, like trading-wise, okay? This is trading-wise first. First, I will look for, let's say, we are pre-market now somewhere around like 63. So I will look at like 70s calls on Robinhood. Let's see if we can option chain Robinhood. Let's see if we find the pricing. But it should be below $1, but something around that, okay? So I look for something like that. We look for calls out of the money, okay, and weekly, all right? So I will look for something. Where is the strike price? Here. I will look for something next week, and I think I will go for something like this. Okay, currently at 53 cents, but I think this is yesterday. So I guess that today we will open already, you know, somewhere around maybe $1, you know, $1.20, maybe something like that. Still cheap, because if you think that they can gain 10% more, I think that this can be like a $5 call easily, and you know, HOOD can even get to 75 or so. I think that's interesting from today's perspective. This is, you know, I'm giving you this in the beginning of the video so you can act while you're watching before the market opens in 1 hour. So that's number one. But the earnings were absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so here you can see that you know, revenue up 115%, earnings per share more than double. Then you have EBITDA 300% up, which is insane. Gold subscribers 100% up. Transaction-based revenue up 200%. Crypto trading 700%. So this will be also good for Coinbase. I think Coinbase should be up on that news as well. Let's have a look. Coinbase should be up on that news as well in the pre-market. And yeah, they are. So 2% up because of that. I will close here some windows. So then you had, you know, other revenues up 31%. So even the low priority revenues were up 30% year over year, which is insane. Okay. So then they launched a Robinhood Legend, is a desktop platform, which is, I think, quite interesting as well. But speaking now of future products, I think this is the most important, because in the end of the day, we are talking about how they can reach 200, okay? If they would have the PE ratio of Palantir, they would be already at, let me guess, 20 times 60, or let's say yesterday's price, 20 times, they would be already 1,000, okay? If they would have the PE ratio of Palantir right now. This is how insane it is, okay? They have like a share buyback as well that they want to initiate. They have a record-breaking year. I think that how they use everything, I think the dashboard, the user interface is 1-0, okay? I think no other you know, user interface is so good like the one from Robinhood. And the most important part, in my personal opinion, why and how Robinhood can go to 200 is actually this presentation. I don't know if you have seen that, but this presentation was somewhere, I think in November, during an investor day. Okay, so essentially what they do very nicely is this one. So yesterday, for the earnings, they do this, okay? So this is the CFO, and they really make a nice presentation on the earnings. I think they copied it by Palantir, because Palantir has something similar. Here you can see it. I think they make a press conference very similar to that. Let's have a look. Yeah, here we go. You know, so you can see here also the CEO talking, and you know, it's much more better to see the emotions and finally high quality of earnings call as well, right? So that obviously resonates to those meme stock investors, right? I think this is very important why it's such a meme stock. But that presentation is very, very important, guys. If you're an investor or you want to invest into Robinhood, look in this, presentation, because Vlad is talking about the vision here, and the vision is really that they want to be number one in active traders, right? They want to be the number one in wallet for next generation. So they want to be like a, kind of, let's say, everything wallet app. You can buy crypto, you can buy stock, you can trade, you can long-term invest, you can have put your retirement account, like you have your bank account, you can have your debit card, credit card. This is very, very, very good what they are doing. They have the 24-hour markets, lots and lots of things going on here in in the overall expansion. I think this is very important. I think, I don't know where it is, but here they mentioned already. So they are already doing option trading in the UK, but they also will expand to to essentially to worldwide. They want to, let's see if they have it here, but essentially they want to go to Asia as well, and to Europe. Yeah, here you can see, so we are in North America, US. So the next expansion rate is Europe and Asia. So they can be a worldwide application. And I think if they keep their UI, I think, and their brand, which is very much valuable, I think that this is something very, very interesting, guys. Okay, so make sure to really have this stock in your portfolio, at least a little bit. This stock can go to $1,000 per stock. So I think there's still a lot of room, right? So that said, so we talked about the earnings, we talked about the overall mission and vision. So I want to just dive in real quick into the stock chart as well. Okay, so I'm not that much of a technical trader, and if you want to trade all our trades all automatically, there's the link below this video where you can see all of what you can do to be part of our group. In our group, we trade every single day. We have a software that connects with your Interactive Brokers account, and then you receive all the trades all automatically. We try to aim like 15% per month, and we have a great history of achieving that over the last 3 years. So make sure to check it out, and if you have at least $10,000, you can start with us as well. So let's dive into HOOD stock chart. Okay, so we talked about that valuations is quite attractive. I believe that today we can even see a 20% increase in Robinhood, and which option I would buy or will buy for our group as well. But here is something that I want to show you guys. If you're looking into this chart, the most important thing that you should look at is always levels. Okay, and I think like this chart will be much better to show it. So if you're looking into the 1 year chart, you will see that one important level to go here was 20. Okay, so we catch up 20, then we broke through 20, we tried at 25-ish, right? Then broke down to 16, and from 16 the next level somewhere I would say was here, 30 levels. We broke through the 25 levels ish, and then from the 30 levels the next stop was like 45 ish, and then once we broke that, we are like 50 ish, and now 55, and now we even reached 60 levels. Okay, but look at this crazy run. Okay, so we started the IPO. I remember the IPO as it was yesterday, and they launched in the most difficult time for this IPO, because just the bear market was starting, right? So we went from 44 to essentially $8, okay? And even here, $8, okay? December 2022, okay? Insane. And then, we almost 10x, and we still have a very attractive valuation, right? So remember here, look at this. The earnings were beaten drastically. Okay, the surprise was 141%, guys. Okay, the earnings surprise. Okay, which is insane. So yeah, with that said, I think this is a very interesting stock. I think this is a one-time opportunity. I love to invest in companies like Tesla. Apple was my very first investment ever. 20 years ago when I was like 15, I invested into Apple. So I'm quite of experience into stock market picking. But I really like B2C businesses. Okay, so direct to consumer businesses. So which means that I really like, because I really can understand the product very well. I can understand, okay, this product will do very well, or this product will not so much associate with a big mass, right? I knew that Tesla is a fantastic product, so I invested my life savings into it when it was an $18 stock. So, you know, and that put me well off. But there's a lot of these opportunities out there every single day. Same, you can think like level 2, which is then essentially that you can think, okay, when ChatGPT came out, then you think, okay, what is powering ChatGPT? Because ChatGPT is, or OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, has not a public offer as stock price. So you need to go a level deeper. And NVIDIA, and what did NVIDIA? NVIDIA did a 10x. And this 10x, without trading even, you can just long-term buy, and these chances come every year. You know, Carvana is another great example, which run crazy. I think Upstart is an interesting one as well, right? Just went crazy after earnings yesterday as well. So those opportunities are there. Make sure to subscribe and like, and if you want to dig a level deeper and done for you, we do daily market trading on the market. So make sure to follow me, and make sure to check out our link into the description as well.